Now, let's practice processing some provisional voters. Our first example is Brooklyn Dunlow. When she arrives at your table, we greet her. Say, "Good morning. May I please have your reason for paper ballot slip?" Confirm that the slip has provisional written across the top and voting method says paper at the bottom. Then place the form in the reason for paper ballot slip envelope. Next, go over the steps to complete the provisional ballot affirmation side of the provisional envelope. As the PBJ, you will say, "Please complete this side of your ballot envelope. Notice the information that's required." In Section 1, please print your full name. In Section 2, fill in your date of birth. In Section 3, give your complete current address, including city and zip code. Section 4 is not required. It may help the Board of Elections locate your earlier registration address if you have moved. Section 5 is an extremely important identification section. You must fill out only one of the required items. Place a check mark in the box of the type of ID that you are providing. You may use your full 8-digit Ohio driver's license number or the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. You will notice that there are also some alternative forms of identification that are acceptable, for example, a military identification card, a current utility bill, bank statement, government check, company paycheck, or other government document. With the exception of the military ID, your name and current address must appear on your alternative identification, and I will need to see it. Please ask us if you have any question about the ID form you're using to verify your identity. Remember, you only fill in one form of identification. If the voter uses one of the alternative IDs, you must look at it to see that it meets requirements listed in your manual. Please tell the voter, finally, don't forget to sign item number 6. Your signature and date is essential for your ballot to be counted. Once Brooklyn has completed the envelope, carefully check for legibility and completeness. Since everything is complete, we can move to the next step. Brooklyn checked driver's license as her form of ID, so you do not need to see it at the provisional paper table. Next, the paper ballot judge will use the yellow street guide to look up the address that Brooklyn wrote on her envelope, 1306 Morning Avenue. We recommend that you use the ruler provided to make sure that you stay on the same line from address to precinct identifier and ballot style. Fill in her precinct ID, Columbus 33G01, ballot style 190, at the bottom of the envelope. You, the PEO, must then print your name and date the envelope as well. Go to your pads of ballots and select the correct ballot pad. Next, carefully tear one ballot from the pad and place an X in the checkbox in the upper left corner to ensure that the ballot cannot be read by the ballot counter. Place a tick mark in the appropriate ongoing count box of the pre-printed ballot reconciliation sheet. You will find this sheet in the PBJ workbook. Now, hand the ballot and the envelope to your paper ballot captain, and we will look at the steps the PBC uses to confirm that the voter is being given the correct ballot. The captain will make sure that there is an X in the upper left corner of the ballot and will use the electronic poll book to confirm the ballot information is correct. The captain will look up Brooklyn Dunlow's address and confirm that Columbus 33G01, ballot style 190, is her correct ballot. From the electronic poll book screen, select Menu, Precinct Finder. Using the information from the provisional envelope, type in the full house number, in this case, 1306. Next, move the cursor to the street name box and type in the first 3 letters of the street name, M-O-R. Immediately, a drop-down menu appears with choices. Click on the correct street name, Morning Avenue, then touch Search. The precinct ID and ballot style will appear. Using the information on the screen, confirm that the correct paper ballot for the listed address was issued to the voter. You may now touch Clear since you have completed the search for the voter's address. Before returning the ballot and envelope to the PBJ, the captain will place the provisional envelope template over the envelope to ensure that all required information has been filled in on the envelope. The captain will then return the ballot and envelope to the paper ballot judge. Although these steps may seem redundant, our most important responsibility is to get the correct ballot to the voter. The PBJ has one more record-keeping duty to perform before handing the ballot and envelope to the voter. You must get the provisional regular voter ballot issued log form from the paper ballot judge's workbook and record all appropriate information marking the voter as provisional. Now, hand the ballot, envelope, and important instruction to Brooklyn and direct her to the provisional voting booth. Say, you can take your ballot over to the privacy booth and make your selection. Then put your ballot in the envelope, seal it, and bring it back here to deposit it in the voted ballot bag. Once Brooklyn has finished voting and returns to your table, make sure that she has placed her ballot into the provisional envelope and sealed it. Point to the bag or hold the bag up so that she can place her ballot directly into the voted bag. Next, hand Brooklyn a copy of the provisional ballot notice. You will say, this sheet gives you a voter hotline phone number to call to find out if your ballot has been counted. Directions and phone numbers are on this sheet. Then say, thank you for coming in today to vote. Here is your voted sticker.